What's the matter? Anyway, as y'all can tell, I'm working on my daughter's car today. She drives a Chevy Impala, and the window regulator motor whole assembly, it's like it's a Bosch that's in there. That's probably factory. So to get this far, to get the some cars behind this or in front of this have plastic. Hers have like this cloth like substance instead of plastic, which is interesting. I guess more insulation. But anyway, to get that far, you need a wrench, size 10 millimeter, a T30 Torx, Phillips screwdriver, and a flathead if you ain't got no fingernails to dig in there to pop the tabs on these electrical connectors that connect to the switches and whatnot. And as you can tell, I've got the window taped up to keep it from falling because I already have it disconnected from the track. And these two holes here, this hole and this hole, when you've got everything disconnected, you can manually pull this up and down. And there's a 10 millimeter bolt here and a 10 millimeter bolt here that holds the window into this track. And I've never done one of these before, so we're going to learn together. It looks like this bolt comes completely out. This bolt, this bolt, this bolt, this bolt, and this bolt, you can use a T30 Torx or 10 millimeter. I think you just have to loosen these because you see how they're kind of slotted and keyed. I think you can just loosen these, lift up, and then the whole assembly just poops out this hole here. And I ordered one from Rock Auto. It's a card one from Rock Auto. Yeah, I got the box laying upside down. But I'm gonna dig into this thing and see what happens, Captain. Okay. I ain't got no tripod, so this is just. Oh, and today is Father's Day 2022. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Like I said, I believe this one has got to come completely out. Okay. Because I believe it's held up. That's holding up something. So this bolt here, I believe it has to come completely out. Booyah! There it is. We're going to set this somewhere where we will lose it. Won't lose it. And now I'm going to take this one. And there is some kind of electrical connector somewhere hooked to something. I guess I'll find that out in a minute, or maybe when I open the box to the new one. It's going to loosen on that one. Loosen on that one. Double check the looseness on that one. Loosen on this one. Loosen on that one. Damn, that was tight. And last but not least, this fella right here. Alright, everybody's loose. And the one bolt is out. Okay. We got all these wires here. It feels like, as you can see, it's going to lift up and come out. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know. Yeah, there's a connector right there at the bottom. Let's see if I can make it. I am horrible at camera work. So I'm going to have to push that little tab in right here to get that to pull out. And then the whole thing's just going to go out that hole, and I cannot film that. But I'll be right back with some more. All right. Got that little guy unplugged from the motor, and the motor just flopped down in there. But it's supposed to be all connected to this. So get down here, find a hold of something, lift up. Looky there. You know the 10 millimeter bolts I was talking about earlier that the window track set in, there's one of them. All right. I guess lay it on its side. All right, I'm gonna have to have both hands to complete this, so. All right, I think I've got it to a point where I can get it all out. And there it all is. We'll try to orientate this like it was. And there's the problem with this particular unit. With this particular unit, wire broke. Snapped her clean off. So that's all I know about that. And the way this thing was orientated in there was like that. Somehow. Anyway, we'll figure it out and get the new one opened up. And we'll see what we got going on here. And if you're wondering about the part number for the driver's door, left driver's door, and the wind just decided to take us around here. All right, here's our box of goodies. Here comes the instructions. Alright, 2 hands are needed again, so I'm going to check the plugs. Looks like it's got a new plug on it. Maybe it's a pigtail that goes if needed. We'll figure it out. You can see here, this is a fully assembled unit. That's what I am talking about. So, the plug because this has got like a pigtail that runs off of it. That comes to this 2-pin connector. And the OG factory one. Yeah, it's a 2-pin connector as well. So that should all line up and be nice to each other. The size of these bolts, I like them better than these. So I'm gonna see if I can swap a do because these are real thick and play nice with the others. I'm sure these would too, but yeah, I don't know. I think I may just use these because these will probably be fine. They're nowhere near as girthy as these though. Okay, let's put this thing in. Okay, just a little head scratching later. I got everything orientated. This is the old one. This is the new one. So I got everything orientated correctly. As you can see on the old one, we've got a stud there that needs to go here. We've got a stud here that needs to go here. And we've got these one, two, three bolts. They go 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to move over these to there. So I'm just going to slide this guy in and just work it in till they get in their little spots and lock down. Ain't that right, Liam? Ain't that what we're doing, buddy? We're going to try to get this going. You don't care. Yeah, I need to mow the grass, don't I? Yeah, might do that later. So I've got the new one set in. I'm just gonna, and this one, I didn't have enough clearance to clear the window, so I had to remove this bolt to get it to slide in. Bolt down here. What's the matter, Liam? Orientate my wrench the right way. Probably good enough. It's just going into pot metal, as my pappy said. All right, and now I have got the connector pinned, and then grab this connector. I now will need dos handles. Now I guess I just took the excess right here behind the speaker. Kind of like that. All right, something like it. I don't know. Seems like maybe behind this wire here, because we got extra wire down here, which is good. But I'm trying to make sure it stays out the way of the window, so a window can tickle up and down. Something like it. All right, now our next step is to find the switch, plug it back up to this, And of course, it's going to take two hands. I'm going to have to raise or lower the motor assembly until I've got the two holes here lined up. And I've got to untape the window, bring it down, and then fasten it in. So I got the window switch plugged in for the windows. And I'm going to crank the car. And then I've got to figure out if I've got to raise or lower. Well, I may not have everything plugged in right. Let's see. Okay, I was getting frustrated there. I only had this brown one plugged up, which actually is the switches, but for some reason it needs everything plugged in to work. So as you can tell, we have function, and then we've got a hole there and a hole there. Now we're all the way down. So anyway, motor does function. I gotta get my things lined up here to be able to drop the glass and complete the last two bolts to get all this buttoned up, then put the door card back on. All right, everybody, this is one of the easiest door cards I've ever put back on. There's two bolts right along in here that when this beauty cover's out of the way, and when you get them two bolts run in, it pretty much just sucks all the little Christmas trees right in their little home. And you got a Phillips screw here and the Phillips screw here, and then these two bolts that run this way holding into that little piece of angle iron. And it's all buttoned up back together. I do got duct tape residue that I'm gonna have to get off, but I'm gonna crank it up and down and up and down. That is I'm gonna roll it up to about there, so I can clean all this residue off and my daughter will be good to go. Teenagers, they love riding with the windows down and the music blaring. I understand, because I was the same way. We was all like that sometime, I'm sure. But anyway, that's got this repair buttoned up, and appreciate y'all watching. Two idiots out there fighting. Y'all have a good one.